Ladies and gentlemen, we have a final. Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Chris from CD Scale Models. This is my final reveal on the USACC group build hosted by Mark Batson and Luka C. Mark, I'm glad you're on the mend. I want to thank you both for coming up with this video build. I had such a blast building this kit, and I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everyone for joining in on it as well. I was posting some pictures on the USACC Facebook page of a lot of progress and a lot of things that I did on this kit. So I don't want to take a lot of time because I have a lot of information. This and this. Of all the details that I put into this kit, and I really don't want to miss anything because I put a lot of detail and effort into this kit, and I kind of want to let you guys know what I did. So, I was watching everyone else's videos, and everyone else did really, really great jobs with their kits. So, I hope I don't let you guys down or disappoint. That's certainly not my intention. But, so, I did it in Scale Finishes Plymouth Y4. It's called Citron Mist. It's a gold color, and it's a really nice color. I wanted to do a box stock, but I wanted to add a lot of details like the one-to-one car, so I really went crazy with this. It seems the more I build, the more details and the more things I find and come up with to put into the kit. So at any rate, I wanted to jump into it. So anyway, let's get into this kit. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, so first thing I did, I lowered the front end of this kit. I noticed that a lot of people with this particular model on the Roadrunner, the front end sat up a little high, kind of like when you don't have an engine in a car, how it just kind of sits up. The suspension just keeps the front end up because there's no weight. So I was able to lower the front, did a pretty good job. It's seamless. You can't see how I made the alterations with the pins. And let me see what else I did. I masked off the stripe myself. That's Mr. Hobby, Mr. Surfacer 1500 black. And I pretty much nailed it, I have to say. I got it perfectly. Again, if you look at the Facebook page, you'll see that. It's all 2K'd. The interior is Tamiya, and it's racing white. I wanted to do like an off-white, kind of like a cream, which would accentuate the gold. I don't like to do black interiors only because it hides so much detail. I mean, I like black interiors. I like them a lot. But I figured with this car, if I do a black interior, you're not going to see a damn thing. I'm not going to go through all the effort and everything like that, and you're not going to see it. So what I wanted to do was, I wanted to contrast, and I figured, you know what? This is a perfect color to contrast it with. So, the decals, I did not use the kit ones. I used Keith Mark's decals. Super, super thin, but they're great decals. And they're very delicate. First time I used them, but I liked them a lot. They came really, really, really highly recommended, and I liked them. The wheels, the tires, the tire decals, and the brakes are all Fireball Model Works. I'm going to take the hood off because I don't want it to fall. So I'm just going to put the hood over here for now. This way, as I maneuver the car and handle it, I don't have to worry about that falling and damaging. So, these are the Mopar Rally wheels. I used them last year on my Dodge Challenger, Buddy Bill with David Chin. And these are no joke. I mean, I even put little valve stems. Don't mind me, I'm looking over my shoulder. Not that you can see it, but I'm looking down the line to go over everything. The interior's flocked. I flocked it black. I put seat belts in it. Of course, I did the black seat belts because that would contrast really, really nice against the white interior. And when I do my seat belts, I like to do them where they have that staggered look. No one gets in and out of the car and just has the seat belts look perfectly symmetrical. I don't like to do that. So they have pleats and bunches and everything in there, and I like that look. Let me see what else. I use the little Top Studio rivets. I use them for the door locks. I put them on the door cylinders over there, if you can see them. I put one on the back for the trunk. Let me see what else I got. I also put a rivet on the glove compartment door. I know you can't see it, but I did show it on Facebook. There's a little rivet in there. I drilled out the kit one, put a little 0.5 millimeter rivet. That's done. I also put a rivet on the ignition where you would actually put the key on the steering column. I used the same rivet. I drilled it out. You're not going to see it, but trust me, it's there. I'm really trying to show you the interior as best I can. It's not the easiest task in the world, but let me see what else I did. Put my antenna, as usual. Nice antenna. I put the little tiny ball on the top of it, and it's in scale. It's all bare metal foiled. And I drilled out the gauges, which I know I showed on Facebook. And I did my Meet the Modeler about 3 weeks ago with Josh, and he showed a little clip. I drilled out the kit gauges. I put the Best Model Car Parts gauges behind it, and then I filled in on top of the gauges with the clear close to my heart. Makes it look like lenses. I know you can use Mod Podge, Elmer's glue. You can use a bunch of things. This is what I use. And let me see what else I did here. I separated the exhaust from the molded in exhaust. That's all done. I will show you that when I turn the kit over. I put an aluminum drive shaft. I put valve stems. Of course, I put my valve stems on the car, and I believe the ones I used were the ProTech ones. I used different ones, but I believe these were the ProTech ones, or the Mr. Model. Not sure. I'm going to turn the car over as best I can. I try not to handle it too much, but I want to show you what I did. So, let me go over it. All right, so the drive shaft is aluminum. I used all different types of alclads underneath. Now on the Mopars, the chassis is always the same color as the body. But if you look from over here, you see how it has like that black, kind of like smoky exhaust look? I did that because a lot of the one-to-one cars, they have that. The car looks used, but not used up. And to me, that was a very important thing to do on this kit. Let me see what else I did. The grill. I'm going to get back to the underneath of the car because I'm jumping around because I can't really do this all in order. But the grill insert on the kit grill, you're not going to be able to see it, but the bottom part of the grill I painted aluminum, and then the actual outside, the trim part of the grill, I just went over with a Molotow chrome pen. It's a subtle difference. If you do look at the kit in person, you can see it. But like I said, that's aluminum. But on the surface, it's the Molotow chrome. Makes a big difference. Let me see what else I did. The bottom part here of the kit. I'm going to try to show you and be gentle. Right here on the kit where the front bumper is, I shaved it in a little bit. And basically what I did was I kind of brought it more to the bumper. Normally the bumper sits a little more protruding out. I kind of just shaved the bottom of the front edge of the quarter panels, I should say. I shaved them a little bit on both sides. This way when the bumper fit, it just gives it a nicer, more symmetrical fit. And it's very subtle, but I did it. Let me see what else I did. I moved the bumper up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to try to show it to you. On the kit, on the bottom of the kit, where the grill and the bumper meet, normally there's more of an opening. What I did was, I brought the grill and the bottom part of the bumper, I kind of brought them closer together so there's less of a gap, and it just looks more correct from my understanding. I know this GTX pretty well, and that gap underneath the bottom part of the GTX grill, it's a little more closed in. It looks more realistic. So I took care of that. It really wasn't that difficult to do. Let me see what else I did. The exhaust tips. If anyone knows and saw the exhaust tips that come with the kit, they're laughable. You can't drill into them. They're brittle. I wasn't going to try it. So I had an old, well, actually, Justin from J Hart Model Works gave it to me. He gave me a 68 Chevelle kit that he didn't really use. He gave it to me for parts. So I have the parts. So what I did was I took the exhaust tips off the kit and I just kind of hollowed them out and I fit them on the kit. And I got to say, they look pretty damn good. I hollowed them out, as you can see. They're hollowed out. I mean, they're really hollowed out. And I put a flat black paint in them. They look great. Way better than those crappy ones. Let me see what else I did. All right, the engine. Okay. It's all wired. I used a MAD distributor. I believe it's Morgan Automotive Detail. I used a beige distributor because the Mopar distributors are beige. And I used black wires. So, I did battery cables. All battery cables. I used the battery strap. I used the battery hardware, the terminal hardware. And if you can also see over here, see against the inside of the quarter panel, you see where the cables run? I actually put little tiny photo etch bracketry against the car. You can probably see it right there. And then I put little tiny bolt details. The ProTech bolt details. So this way the batteries are sitting on the firewall and it gives it a nice detailed look. Plus I sanded off those crappy molded in ones. That's all done. That's only page 1, people. Okay. The door handles were Fireball Model Works door handles. I recommend them. They're a little painstaking to use, but I put them on. They're much better than the kit ones, those stupid little nubs. Yeah, I know the trick that you can drill in between the door handle and you can get a nice look. Yeah, you can. But you can't get the actual door handle look like these resin ones. So that's why I use them. Let me see what else. Put a photo etch radiator cap. I put hose clamps. I wired the master cylinder and I ran brake lines from the master cylinder. I did throttle linkage. I did a throttle cable spring. I ran lines from the reservoirs. Ran them all the way to the firewall. Heater hoses. If you look at the heater hoses, you can see they go right into the firewall on the passenger side. Those are heater hoses. Let me see what else I got here. Oh, this is a really cool detail. On the back of the gas tank itself, I wanted to put straps. So on my Chip Foose truck that I built in the summertime, I got the Detail Master wooden bed kit. Now, if anyone knows that kit, the metal straps come on a little tiny metal tray, I guess you can say. And there's little extra pieces of strap that I didn't use. So what I did was, and I'm going to see if you can see. You probably can because it's going to shine. See those little shiny straps right there? Those are actual truck wood bed kit rails. I turned them upside down, cut them, put a little super glue, and it looks like actual straps that you would find on a real gas tank. That's a detail I came up with, and I think it really enhances the gas tank. Yeah, you can see the shine right there. So I was very happy about that. It turned out really, really well. I put all bolt details underneath. By the springs, by the leaf springs in the back, you can see all the bolt details I put right over there. I put bolt details on certain parts of the frame and the engine, where all the appropriate bolt details go. In the front, there's all bolt details, different sizes for all the front end. The K-member, that's all taken care of. What else we got? I did hood pins and cables. These are ProTech hood pins, and I got little tiny precision wire, and I made the cables. Those came out really good. And let's see. Next. Photo etch wiper blades. I sanded off very carefully the kit ones, and I used Detail Master photo etch wiper blades, and they really enhance the look of the kit. I like using photo etch. I like these wiper blades. I ran all breather lines from the valve covers underneath by the carburetor. Let me see what else I did. The rear valance, I painted flat black because that's how the rear package shelf is on the car. I didn't put speakers because the stock car does not have the speakers. Yeah, I could have put them, but I was trying to go without that look. It's a little cleaner. I put a steering column turn signal stalk. I use a safety pin stem, and what I did was I got another stalk from my parts box. I got the little knob from my parts box, drilled it out, and I put the little steering stalk. I don't know how well you're going to see it, but for the turn signal, that's done. The pistol grip shifter, I took the kit one, I took a safety pin, and basically I cut the pistol grip handle from the shifter itself, molded it and shaped it. That's all done. And then I glued it back in. I painted all the wood detail. I did photo etch pedals. I had extra photo etch pedals. You're not going to see them, but trust me, on the Facebook page, they're there. I put photo etch pedals because the ones that came in the kit were just horrible. Let me see what else. The side view mirrors, Justin from J Hart Model Works, he 3D printed them. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to do this kit. I hated the side view mirrors. They were laughable. So he printed me up a set. They look great. I also used the Hasegawa mirror chrome foil. And if you can see on the side view mirror, you see how shiny it is? That's the mirror finish. That's shinier than bare metal foil. It actually looks like a mirror. So I used my decal punch. I punched out the little holes. Got my side view mirror glass. I weathered underneath the car all the exhaust. I used the Tamiya weathering kit. As you can see, I used different shades of alclad. I picked out the brake lines because the brake lines were pretty prominent enough and they were pretty pronounced. So I just picked them out nice and careful. They came out great. And I think that's it. So anyway, here she sits. It was an excellent kit to build. Simplistic, but yet it turned out great. I'm going to put some pictures on the USACC Facebook page. But anyway, sorry I'm losing my voice, guys. Please tell me what you think of it. And I've been watching all your videos. You guys are doing great. So please let me know what you think of this kit. Maybe one day I'll bring it to a show. I think I could put it on a table. I won't feel embarrassed. But, oh, the other thing I did on the rear valance, a lot of people haven't been doing it, at least that I'm aware of. I masked everything off in the rear valance. I painted it flat black because that's how the rear car is. That makes a huge difference. And then the little Plymouth GTX logos, I used Vallejo Model Air Silver. I put my license plate. I also masked off the I masked off the front bumper, and I used Tamiya rubber black for the rubber parts of the bumper to make it look realistic. I really put a lot of effort into this kit. So I really hope you guys like it. Tell me what you think of it. Have a great night, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks again to Luka and Mark, and build on, people.